What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JusticeXFalls. We back at it again with another video. Today we're looking at High on Life. This is the final preview from IGN. They posted a 25-minute gameplay video. I watched that on my own. I didn't do it for the channel because I wasn't around my setup. But this game is funny. Like, it has voice actors from Rick and Morty. I think it's made by the makers, like some of the people from Rick and Morty worked on this or something like that. It's a funny little alien game, and we're gonna check out the we're gonna check out the IGN preview. So without further ado, let's get to the video.
High on Life, the upcoming comedy first-person shooter from Justin Roiland's Squanch Games, doesn't take place within the Rick and Morty universe, but it sure seems like it could.
It does, yeah.
Think you're ready for the big leagues, kid?
It's got zany and foul-mouthed aliens.
Check this out. My mom smells like shit.
Fantastical settings, and a sense of humor that's 100% Roiland.
Pluty's my name, and Trungle Funk's my game.
From the interdimensional cable-style animated shorts that act as TV commercials in the High on Life universe.
Let me show you an example of what I have accomplished with one of my clients.
To your default talking gun, a pistol named Kenny, sounding exactly like Morty.
No, we know how buying stuff works.
I played a few hours of it, with the developers being careful not to spoil the opening minutes, but otherwise letting me have free reign to choose any bounty I wanted in any order I wanted during my hands-on time. In short, there's more to High on Life than I expected, in the best of ways. I expected a funny FPS with some gorgeous game worlds, and it's got that for sure, but gameplay-wise, it also layers in upgradable weapons and skills.
Alright, there you go. One dodge unit. Have a nice life.
Side quests, and literal hours of comedy in the form of commercials, movies, and NPC dialogue that you can simply hang out and be entertained by, should you so choose.
There's a goddamn bottomless pit over here. Oh, you think? Oh, whoa, you just killed my fucking brother, Joey Mac and Cheese brother. Holy shit, dude.
Add it all up, and it's a refreshing change of pace for a genre that normally takes itself far too seriously.
Well, to be honest, I don't care if you live or die. You know that. You know my whole deal. But hey, it's your funeral, so go check out the Bounty 5000 whenever you're ready.
Yeah, a lot of this is from the 25-minute
Let's start with
gameplay
what
that they
will certainly
showed.
be High on Life's calling card, its sense of humor.
Hey, try not to slip and fall into that bottomless pit, you fucking asshole.
I've always vibed with
then
Roiland's comedy,
bruh.
from Rick and Morty to Solar Opposites, to his utterly shocking short made for Seth Rogen's Hilarity for Charity event in 2018, and I was laughing
I didn't see that
repeatedly
one.
while playing this.
Honestly, he's pretty good.
Combat is more layered than it first appeared. Sure, you've got 4 unique guns, but it's the abilities you can buy from in-game shops, like a dash, a forward slide, and health and weapon upgrades.
Oh, you on your
that allow
Doom
you to
guy
be more
shit.
powerful in
That's tough.
firefights the further into the game you get. Use Sweezy's time-slowing secondary attack to
Damn,
create
this
popular
audio is low.
molasses-slow enemies, then light them up with her primary fire that embeds explosive crystals in your targets, then power slide
And this
in
video
and
is
melee the
blurry.
bad guy to cause the crystals to explode, taking out all nearby foes. Or maybe you'd rather attack those time-bubbled bad guys by lobbing Kenny's alternate fire blob grenade into the bubble to send your targets flying,
Oh, that's tough.
then move in with
Projectile.
Gus's shotgun-like primary attack to finish them off. Unless, of course, they still don't die, in which case you can use a melee finisher.
Nuanced combat. I dig it.
There's a
But it just
surprising
looks
amount
so
of
silly,
combat
but the
depth
combat is
here.
very
It's
nuanced.
also organically replayable. Roiland emphasized this to me during my extended hands-on gameplay session. It's not purpose-built to keep you playing it over and over again, grinding away for some better item. No, this is a single-player story-based game, but a natural side effect of having 4 primary weapons, each of whom has a distinct personality and a deep well of bespoke dialogue,
But why'd it have to be in this busted desert wasteland? Which is a great name for a strip club.
is that you can play sections again and enjoy NPC conversations all over again, as they'll go quite differently depending on which gun your mute protagonist has equipped at the time.
Just tell all your buddies about it. I'm the goop guy. I do goop stuff.
I'd like to take a minute to talk about the art style next. Quite simply, High on Life's Unreal Engine-powered alien worlds are vibrant and delightful to look at. It's a far cry from the grays and browns we're used to seeing in many first-person shooters.
Yeah, this
The
looks really
Zephyr
good, really
Paradise
colorful.
biome in particular,
This video
where
is
a
fuzzy,
village of
though. I don't
adorable
know what's up with
bear-like
that.
aliens called moplets reside, was filled with a gorgeous array of pinks, blues, and greens. And perhaps that's a subtle way that High on Life amps up its humor, by contrasting the pretty scenery with its unabashedly crude language.
It's like there's a filter over it, like a fuzz over it. I don't know if it's coming through on the video, but looking at my screen, and I got a 4K screen.
While yes, humor is subjective, to my ears, High on Life is funny.
I don't care if I fed this piece of gooblo.
Jorb, how could you say such a thing?
It's also relentless. You can and should stand around waiting for NPCs to say more funny stuff, because they absolutely will.
This bridge ain't never getting fixed. You know, if we fix it, we're out of a job, so, you know, we're taking our sweet time, you know?
Royland told me that he and the Squanch team wrote a ton of material for this game, and that's evident after playing a few hours of it.
Okay, it. Switch to Kenny. Switch to Kenny. I keep getting sand in my eyes.
The comedy comes at you from all directions, from your guns, from your enemies.
Me too. I'm all fired up. I just want to start some shit.
Heck, you can find entire feature-length B-movies hidden in here, licensed and riffed on Mystery Science Theater 3000 style.
I'm gonna kill you, man! I'm gonna kill you!
The big question is whether or not High on Life has the gameplay to back up its sky-high pile of jokes, and so far, it's looking very promising.
All the other recruits are dead. Do we get a medal or something?
For more on High on Life, check out our IGN Unfiltered interview with Justin Roiland, as well as our reveal of Gus, the High on Life gun voiced by JB Smoove.
Bad guy.
Oh, they got my son JB Smoove in there.
And for everything else
That's cool.
in the world of video games, stick with IGN.
Hey, listen. Whoa, hey, tough guy. Hey, look, walk wherever you want. This is
It's like everything.
You gotta be careful. Whoa.
Yo, chill out. We're cool, okay? So how you want to handle this? Tough guys like this only respect other tough guys. So don't embarrass me.
You know what? I think I might want to look at that one too. Yeah, we're gonna look at the JB Smoove one too, because JB Smoove is funny. That's my guy. If you don't know, he's a comedian, OG comedian. I feel like he's more, like he's known, he's famous and all that, but he's more like calm, like under the radar, but like I'm still famous though, you know?
Look at you. Our first big adventure together. Look at us, a couple. But why'd it have to be in this busted desert wasteland? Which is a great name for a strip club.
Busted Desert Wasteland? That is not a great name for a strip club. You bugging.
Ryan McCaffrey with IGN, joined by Justin Roiland. He is the founder of Squanch Games, makers of the game we're looking at right now, High on Life.
I definitely got to play this game.
This is Gus, the name of this gun, and you got JB Smoove to voice this, and I want to hear the story of how that happened.
Word.
Yeah, so
how you pull that off?
JB is somebody I've been wanting to work with for years and years. We tried to get him season 1 of Rick and Morty, and it just didn't work out. And
that would have been fire.
He was in my mind as my top pick for Gus or one of the guns in this game from very early on, and I didn't think we were going to get him. I was sort of like, shooting for my dream of working with him, and then we'd figure it out from there. But yeah, I scheduled a meeting with him. I was very lucky to get a meeting with him that was set for a short meeting, like a half an hour Zoom call where we were just going to discuss a bunch of this video game and potential TV development stuff, because he's got some really amazing ideas for animated comedy stuff. And that short meeting ended up lasting for like 2.5, 3 hours. Like, we just hit it off and had like the best conversation, the best meeting. And he's just the fucking coolest guy, like the most fun to work with. He's one of the funniest human beings I've worked with.
Now, I heard it's pretty dangerous in here, so more than likely you're gonna get shot.
One of the things I really wanted.
Imagine you got a gun, your gun talking to you like that. That'd be hilarious.
The improv. Alec, my head writer, and myself, and we have a very solid script, a very solid foundation to work from. But with JB, we knew we really wanted to
leave it open because he's a comedian.
As many of the moments in the game as we could possibly.
He's an improv guy.
That was something that we were able to do with him. We were able to get a lot of really amazing, funny, just absurd JB improv, that just plugs right into the game and just really brings Gus as a gun to life. It is my favorite gun in the game, actually.
Right. Let me say this: if you're a comedian and you can't improv, meaning you can't perform on the fly, you're not going to be up there with the greats. If you can only stick to your routine, to me, I don't think you're going to get, you can get pretty far, but you're not going to get that far. When you're at a comedy show, you got to be able to deal with the hecklers, deal with forgetting a joke. Maybe you might have forgot a joke and you gotta just start improvising, start, you know, roasting people in the crowd or respond to hecklers that's, you know, talking, you know, it's talking shit while you're performing. Like JB Smoove is definitely good at that. Definitely good at that. He's one of them OG comedians that came up the old school way, just going around, going to different clubs all over the region.
I love all the guns, but Gus is definitely inches into my favorite.
Oh, I see something. I see something. Oh, nope. It's still all just desert.
Yeah, it's safe to say he's kind of shotgun-like. He's got this cool secondary attack where he shoots this disc, which you'll see in the footage here. You can use knifey to reflect the disc back and combo it up, but I'm curious, like, how much did JB know about Gus up front? Because he hasn't done a lot of games. I had to look this up. I remembered him from Grand Theft Auto 5. He's on one of the radio stations, but he also randomly voiced Bebop in a Ninja Turtles video game called Portal Power back in 2016. But JB has not really done a lot of games, so was he just totally down for this as like a sort of new experience for him?
You know, I showed him some early gameplay, and he's a gamer, and he just thought the game looked beautiful.
I didn't even know he was a gamer.
He loved the idea.
I'm not surprised.
Guns, and I think he just got excited about participating in that. No one's done the talking gun thing like how we've done here, so I think he just was really excited about being one of these guns and being able to bring his unique sort of voice to that character. Like, it's a lot of dialogue here, so but he was game and he killed it. You know, I want to say with all the voice actors who maybe haven't done a ton of game stuff, it's a lot of fun and really great up until globals. That's when it gets tedious, you know. And even for me, oh my god, globals are like, that's where it feels gamey. You know, globals are such a small percentage of the dialogue, but to be clear, globals are like the impact sounds and but they're sort of like more like, okay, we need like 50 of these, and then we need 50 of these, and we need 50 of these.
Impact sounds, okay.
In their own way.
It's like the dirty work of video game voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like grunting and stuff. Like, I'm guessing that's like the grunts and like if you trip, like, oh, ooh, ah, like stuff like that. Globals, that's what they call it. I never knew that. I thought that was always considered a part of, like, I don't know. I thought they just called it like ad libs or overdubs or I don't know. I thought that was like a part of Foley. Even I know Foley's like making the actual sounds, you know. Like, fun fact, I did Foley before, and like we had to simulate like a punch. Now, a punch like that sounds, you know, corny. So I think we had to they had this idea to do like hitting a watermelon with a sledgehammer so it bursts everywhere, and that's more impactful than just, you know, like, imagine you hear a fight scene, you just hear this, like, that'd be boring. Like, it has to be more impactful. So a lot of the sounds that you hear in movies might not be the sound that may not be made the same way you think it is in the real world.
Globals, we all had like the most fun recording and doing, and JB was no exception. I mean, we would go in and we would get a couple as scripted, and then kind of just talk about what's happening, and then we'd have him play around in improv and just give us crazy JB stuff. We went out of our way to get as much as the JB improv as we could possibly get into this game. I think wherever have an opportunity for something JB just kind of riffed, we would get it in. His brain is just, it's so fucking brilliant and funny. And obviously, you know, if you've seen him on Curb, you know, the way they do Curb is they outline
Curb Your Enthusiasm,
the direction of these scenes, but then they just improv, and he just comes to life.
Like, that's what I was just saying. He's very experienced at being an improv comedian
in that format, and so I really wanted to play to his strengths and allow for that in this game. And I pinch myself, just the fact that he's in this game, that we got him. It's like we rolled a 20, you know. It was my dream, and to get him as this gun, and I still can't believe we did it. And he just brings so much to this game. Such a phenomenal character. And Gus is such a chill, he's more laid back, you know, and kind of just go with the flow and chill. Kenny's more uptight and kind of freaked out and nervous. But anyway, yeah, amazing cast for our core guns, except for me. You know, I'm the weakest link probably.
Well, that is enough of you and I talking over this JB montage. Let's let everybody actually hear some of this great JB dialogue, and we'll be covering High on Life all month long here on IGN First. Justin, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Well, all right.
Greebles ahead. Down for some target practice? These guys suck. They just eat up scrap metal. And trust me, scrap metal tastes like shit. I know. You can just kill these guys.
Yo.
Just kill them. There we go. Light him up, bounty hunter. The Grebo exterminator is on the clock.
Like you would think like this game is for kids based off the design, and then you hear the characters talk. So yeah, this game is gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be fun. I think this is a good game to stream or like have you know, it's a good game to have people watch you play it. If it's not a multiplayer game, it's a good game to have people watch you play because all the ridiculous stuff that's gonna happen inside of it. So definitely gonna cop this. I don't know when it comes out. Let's quickly look up when it comes out. But then when the name like High on Life, you gotta be expecting some buffoonery. Oh, December of this year. Okay, so it's coming out at the end of the year. So that's probably gonna be the last game I buy this year, unless it's on Game Pass. We'll see. But all right, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Does this game look cool? Does it look corny? Are you a fan of JB Smoove? Do you even know who JB Smoove is? Comment down below. Let me know. So, y'all already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. 1.